So, hello everyone. It's a big pleasure to be here and present the best destination for foreign direct investment in Mexico, which is Monterrey. So I will show you in the next couple of slides some of the main competitive advantages that make Monterrey the top recipient of foreign direct investment in the country. First of all, I would like to thank Crescendo Worldwide for the opportunity to be here in the Global Investment Convention Special Edition for the Hanover Messe Fair 2022, and I will start by sharing with you this presentation that you see in your screen. So as you can see on the picture, Monterrey is already a very big city, a very cosmopolitan city with more than 6 million people living here in the metro area. I will start by showing you a 45-second video about Monterrey.
Monterrey, a city of possibilities. Strategically located in North America, facilitating connections around the world. Monterrey is Mexico's business hub, home to the most advanced infrastructure in the country. Invest in Mexico's largest recipient of foreign direct investment, where the world's most prominent international companies are established. Monterrey is Mexico's second largest city. Invest where you'll find a young, talented, skilled, and hard-working labor force, where the best-ranked universities and the largest engineering schools are located. Become part of an innovative hub with the most technologically advanced operations. Live and work in a smart city, where fast data and cutting-edge technology sustain the highest quality of life in Mexico. Establish and expand your business in one of the country's most secure cities, where different cultures create a vibrant business community and people are passionate about work and play. Enjoy music, sporting events, outdoor activities, and nightlife. Welcome to Monterrey, land of business, land of possibilities. Invest Monterrey.
So where is Monterrey located? Monterrey is located in the northeastern region of Mexico, and as a state of Nuevo León, which is where Monterrey is the capital, Nuevo León shares a direct border with the state of Texas in the US. So this strategic location makes it very convenient for companies from all around the world interested in establishing operations in Mexico, not only to do business with our country, but with the whole region of North America. We have a free trade agreement signed with the US and Canada as a country that gives certainty to companies from all around the world doing business with the whole region of North America. In the last couple of years, Mexico has become very attractive for companies interested in relocating operations to the North American region and have direct access to their customers, especially in the US. Our connectivity is one of the best in the region. As you can see, these small planes represent direct flights from Monterrey's International Airport. We have direct flights to all main hubs in the US, and we even have a new direct flight to Europe, to the city of Madrid in Spain. We also have a great connectivity through railroad infrastructure. Actually, the two main railroad operators in Mexico intersect in Monterrey. So this gives a lot of possibilities to companies in terms of logistics. We also, as I was mentioning a couple of minutes ago, have a direct access to Texas through a great highway that takes around 2 hours driving from Monterrey to the Texas border. In terms of an economic overview, it's important to notice that Monterrey is Mexico's economic hub. So we have more than 130 years of industrial activity here in Monterrey. And with less than 5% of the population in the country, every year we contribute to around 8% of the total GDP in Mexico. So this this highlights the importance that that our state has for the Mexican economy. We also lead in terms of manufacturing GDP, in exports, and of course, in attraction of foreign direct investment. Actually, last year was a record-breaking year for us here in Monterrey in terms of industrial absorption. We also usually close around 7 or 8 million square feet in industrial real estate, and last year that figure reached almost 17 million square feet, which was a record for our state. And it's important to mention as well that we have more than 140 industrial parks, most of them all around the metro area of Monterrey. We have very big companies that have invested billions of US dollars in the last couple of years. As you can see from this figure, Monterrey is the leading recipient of foreign direct investment in Mexico since 1999, with more than 60 billion US dollars. Most of this investment goes to manufacturing industries, actually almost 70% of it. And that's part of the history that we have in terms of our core business here in Monterrey being industrial activities. But of course, the services sector, the commerce, logistics, energy have been growing a lot in the past couple of years as well. So where is all this foreign direct investment coming from? Most of it comes from the United States. In terms of number of projects, more than 230 projects in the last 6 years are from the United States, followed by South Korea, which is a country that also has landed many companies in the last couple of years. And this is due mainly to Kia Motors investment in Monterrey. Kia decided in 2015 to establish a very technologically advanced operation in our city, where more than 400,000 vehicles are assembled every year. And with Kia, a lot of the main tier 1 and tier 2 suppliers from the Hyundai group arrived as well. Then we have the case of China. China has been our most important investor in the last 2 to 3 years after the United States. There's been a lot of companies from China relocating to North America, and Monterrey has been a very attractive destination for many of them. Then we have some other steady investors since many decades ago, like Germany, France, Japan, UK, and many others that have been steadily investing here in Monterrey. One of our main attractiveness for foreign companies is our human capital. We graduate every year more than 20,000 technicians, more than 8,000 engineers, more than 20,000 bachelors, and Monterrey is the city in Mexico with the largest percentage of its population with a PhD or master's degree. So this talks about the education of our community here in Monterrey. And most of this is thanks to the big universities that are present here in Monterrey. There's 4 main universities from which I can mention, for example, that we have the top ranked university in Mexico. We have the best ranked MBA program as well in Latin America. And we have the largest engineering school in Mexico. So when young kids from all around Mexico think about studying an engineering, they usually think about Monterrey and they relocate to study here to Monterrey. And something very interesting that happens every 6 months when we have graduations is that most of the students that were living in Monterrey because of their university studies, at the end of their studies, when they graduate, most of them decide to stay here in the city because they realize they will have usually better job opportunities than if they go back home. They like the quality of life, among many other things that are very appealing for young people. And this is important because these students coming out of the universities end up working in all the companies from all around the world that decide to establish operations in Monterrey every year. Our human capital is also, our workforce is the most productive one in Mexico, as you can see from this statistic. We produce in terms of production per hour, we produce more than any other state in Mexico. There's also labor peace here in Monterrey, which is very important to highlight. There's been more than 20 years without a labor strike. And I think this is very important because you will be arriving to a city in North America where you won't be having these types of problems, right? So labor peace, all our unions that operate here in Monterrey are what we call white unions. So they are very pro-business. They work with the business owners, with the business executives in order to keep business flowing without a problem here in Monterrey. Continuing with our human capital, I will show you a 45-second video of Johnson Controls, which is a very important company that has a big presence here in Monterrey. They used to have, or they have, they started with industrial facilities here in Monterrey. And then after a couple of years, they decided to open a shared service center, which I will show you a video where the director of this center talks about the workforce in Monterrey.
But we moved our regional business center here to Monterrey a number of years ago because there is a large pool of very educated, motivated young people that we wanted to tap into here in Monterrey. And we've been very successful ever since we moved our center here. I think we have about 1,000 administrative folks located here in the city, and we continue to expand every year.
Employees are our assets. You know, we can only grow this center and get better if we have the employees and the employees supporting our business. Without the talent that's out here in Monterrey, this center would not succeed.
The talent is just absolutely incredible that we find in Monterrey, and they very much have a global viewpoint, which really lends itself very nicely to Johnson Controls.
So as you can see, Johnson Controls is very happy with the workforce that they have found here in Monterrey, and that would be, of course, the case for any of your companies interested in establishing operations in Monterrey in the next years. So I was talking a couple of minutes ago about this 130-year history of industrial activity, and now in the past couple of years we've been shifting into Industry 4.0. So we've been investing as a community in bringing new technologies to our industrial facilities, transforming our facilities into smart facilities, smart factories, and we've been trying to learn from the best. Actually, here in the Hannover Messe, the term Industry 4.0 was first showcased. So we're very happy to participate every year as here in the fair in order to be up to date with the industrial technology trends. So we have an initiative called Nuevo 4.0 that brings together important actors from the public, private, and academic sectors in order to promote the growth of Industry 4.0 technologies here in Monterrey. We also have a technology park we call Peat, which is a research and technology innovation park, which is located very close to our international airport, and where more than 30 companies have R&D operations already. There's more than 3,000 people working every day inside the park. There's companies like Schneider Electric, PepsiCo, Navistar, the main universities, not only from Monterrey, but from all around the country. And everyone inside the park works in a very collaborative environment. So this could be another good option for any of your companies deciding to establish an R&D here in Mexico. We have also an ecosystem of 13 clusters that represent strategic industries for our state. These clusters are business associations that work in a triple helix model in which universities, private sector, and public sector work together in industries like, for example, the automotive industry, the aerospace industry, home appliances, IT and software, energy, among many others. There's more than 4,000 foreign capitalized companies here in Monterrey operating successfully. I will show you some of the names of the companies that are already operating in Monterrey in many different industries, because it's important to highlight that Monterrey has a diversified economy. So there's very big players from all around the world in many different industries. I was showing you automotive, now home appliances. We have very big companies, German companies like Bosch, for example, American companies like Whirlpool, Carrier, and Asian companies as well, like Hisense and LG. We have also very strong players in food and beverages like Heineken, Mondelez, Mars, Hershey's. In IT and software, companies like Lenovo, Infosys, Accenture. In the energy industry as well, aerospace, companies like Honeywell, Parker, United Technologies, and in many other different industries. We have big players like Siemens from Germany, Liebherr, Jabil, Kohler, Lego, Stanley Black & Decker, and many others. And finally, our state has one of the highest living standards in the country. Our city of Monterrey is surrounded by beautiful mountains. You can find here in the city modern shopping centers, high cuisine restaurants. There's multiple golf courses. We have a great health sector as well here in Monterrey that is very well integrated with the U.S. health museums, and well, there's many things to do here in Monterrey. As I was mentioning, it's a big city, almost 6 million people living in the metro area, and definitely the quality of life that you can find here is very appealing for many of the expats that end up living here because of their companies. And finally, Invest Monterrey, we are a nonprofit public-private partnership that works together with the state government, the private sector, and the universities in order to help companies with their investment projects in Mexico and with any other business activity that any company from all around the world is interested in doing here in Mexico. So that's my presentation. Thank you for hearing me. And there's our contact information, and hopefully we can hear from you very soon and see you in Monterrey, Mexico. Thank you.